So, hopefully my commentary's actually going to work this time, and we'll actually get some sound on the game. We don't talk about what happened in Austria, but it was an amazing race. If you missed it, Etienne Jones led the first 9 laps before an engine failure took him out of the race and opened the door for a Jaguar 1-3. Con Skywalker getting his first win, and Tommy Toth in third. And Leighton Deschutes also getting his first podium. Miguel Moreira would have come third had it not been for a second to last lap mistake, which took him out of the points after going off on the gravel at turn 9. But yeah, a race that, if you want to go watch it back, it has no sound, which might make it a bit harder to listen to, but still, you don't want to miss it. It was a good race. And now onto the grid for today. We're here at the Nürburgring, 13 laps of it. A very, very nice track actually. Leighton Deschutes is our pole sitter, straight after his first podium, with Kingsley Kamisoto on the front row once again, like in Indonesia. Simon Nathaniel in third place with Tommy Toth in fourth. Great qualifying from those two. BAR locking out the third row. Duarte ahead of Odiemi. Pano in seventh. Loldemax qualifying eighth, just like in Austria, but that didn't start too well for him. Sean Sutherland is ninth with Miguel Moreira in 10th, fresh from his error at the A1 ring. Ben Jones is P11 with Etienne Jones P12. He got very unlucky last time out, but still leads the championship. Andres de Jesus P13 with Ronan McAndrew 14th. McLaren Dreisig 15th with Con Skywalker back down to earth after the ups of Austria. Jonathan Stolf 17th. Leo Goria, Mr. Consistent, but not today, qualifying down in 18th place. Jordi Alvarez in 19th and J Himmel 20th with the 2 arrows on the back row. Michael Clark not having the best debut in Austria, but there's always opportunity for change. And yet another dry race. That's our 6th dry race of the year. We'll get a wet one eventually, but today still dry for the time being. As we load in now for today's race at the Nürburgring, Leighton Deschutes on the left in that Ferrari, Kingsley Kamisoto on the right in the McLaren, or will it be Sam Nathaniel who gets the best start in that Toyota, white and ready pink? I don't really know. It's time, it's 5 lights and away we go. Who will get the better start? It looks like Leighton Deschutes is already clear. Very, very good start from him. Sometimes drops back so much. Kingsley Kamisoto. Oh, there's a Ferrari spearing off the side, but actually Kingsley Kamisoto has much better braking. Retakes the lead. Tommy Toth has had a great start. He's up to 3rd place. As Daniel Duarte's up to 4th. Simon Nathaniel's dropped back so much though. Down to P7. Moldemex is P8. Etienne Jones up to P9. Ronan McAndrew, good start from him as well. Let's take a look. Sean Sutherland then. What happened there with him? He just kind of turned into the Williams. I'm not sure which Williams that would be. I believe Miguel Moreira. Oh, his luck just keeps getting worse, man. He didn't really have anywhere to go, and now he has damage. Yeah, I don't really know what made Sean do that, but now he's in the wall. Had a good start to the season, but that's not happening anymore. It's not carrying on for him. As we head towards the hairpin now, Kingsley Kamisoto stays in the lead. 2 BARs, 4th and 5th. Good from them. See Con Skywalker up to 13th place, a decent enough start for him. And finally the 2 arrows at the back. Now you see Kingsley Kamisoto trying his best to defend that lead. But Leighton Deschutes is all over the back of him. And actually, he will get some good slipstream through the back straight. They touch! They touch! Can they keep on the track? They will, they will. That was close though. Everyone's getting very, very slow and bunched up through here. Max Oldermakes with a very strange one. Somehow, no one gets any damage at all. As now we see, coming onto the main straight, Leighton Deschutes has dropped back so much as a result of that. David Pano threatening the 2 BARs. Nothing much for now though. Both runners getting quite defensive, but nothing going on. Was there a problem? Oh, it was just the 2 arrows. Don't know what they did, but not very relevant. Now we see Jay Himmel possibly trying to move on Ben Jones. No, he's not going to do that. Back up the hill again now. Very nice part of the track this, the Schumacher S's. Shane O'Deamy getting very close to the back of Daniel Duarte there. We've had a couple of teammate collisions so far. The two Renaults coming together in Austria when Andres De Jesus was kind of squeezed out at turn 3, lost some positions. The BRs don't want to repeat of that for sure. Instead it's just losing a bit of time with each other. There's now Panayot. Closes on Shane O'Deamy. He might have a try. No, Shane O'Deamy gets in front of his car, parks it in the right place, and he can't get through. Same happens to Etienne Jones. It's different for Con Skywalker though, who will try to take that inside line. Can't really do anything with it though. And Etienne Jones is going to have another try here. This time he gets past Alex Valdemex. And up the hill now. Kingsley Kamisoto leading this race just like he did in Indonesia. Hopefully it ends better for him this time. He'll negotiate the arrows of Michael Clark without much of a problem. As now we see Ronan McAndrew up to 9th place as something happened to Alex Loldemex. Yes, yes he is. That's a smoking Sauber in the background. Oh. I don't think I've ever seen this man have anything good happen to him. Unfortunate for him here. Meanwhile we see Ben Jones trying to make a move on Ronan McAndrew. They almost touch, but nothing happens there. Any other moves happen? I don't believe so. Kingsley Kamisoto now leads by 3 seconds. Impressive for him. We also see Panayot possibly closing on Shane O'Deamy, but he doesn't do it. Etienne Jones in that final points place. And we also see McLaren racing trying to move on Leo Goria. Not going to happen. And there's a Sauber just on the right there. You can see the parked up Sauber of Alex Loldemex. Pan out though all over the back of Shane O'Deamy. They go 3 wide there, briefly as well. Con Skywalker still trying to find a way past Jay Himmel, and there's the arrows going off into the gravel trap. Michael Clark not having a great day once again, and that's someone in the wall. Jay Himmel, almost collected by Michael Clark. What happened to him? Oh, we just had a transmission problem. And Michael Clark got very, very close to him there, but he gets through. Now we see Panayot closer than ever. Will he try for the move here? Shane O'Deamy gets very defensive. They do actually make contact. Panayot loses out a little there. Tommy Toth though, once again in a podium spot. If he finishes like this, it'll be his 3rd podium of the season in a Jaguar. Their form just can't get any better really. Sam Nathaniel meanwhile up on the inside. David Panayot. Panayot actually goes really deep there. He keeps that position for how long? Sam Nathaniel once again into turn 3. Might try something. He doesn't. He's got to watch out for Etienne Jones, remember. 2 runners as well. After their slight contact in Austria, might want to be a bit more careful. Here's our race leader though, Kingsley Kamisoto. Could things finally go his way? Also, we've seen Leighton de Chutenier get slowed down a lot there by the arrows of Brandon Liu. Tommy Toth might even have his sights set on P2 here. Sam Nathaniel also could try a move on the McLaren David Panayot, but instead opens the door for Etienne Jones. Doesn't quite make that move there, but some people need to be careful here. And Ronan McAndrew once again on the verge of points. He's having a good season, the Minardi driver. Might be eyeing a move to a top team. Guerrero having issues overtaking an Arrows. Can't say I'm surprised. Daniel Duarte with a bit of an odd line through the hairpin. And meanwhile, we see Conscar. Oh, it's only Brandon Beal. Train forming here actually. Behind Simon Nathaniel or David Pano if you want. Who so far this year has really been a win or nothing for him. McLaren both McLarens have been very on and off with their form. We'll just say that. And now we see Con Skywalker possibly shaping up for a move on the Minardi of Ronan McAndrew, who actually must have missed an overtake there, where with Ben Jones, here it is, in the middle sector. So he was just able to kind of take advantage of a bad exit there from the Minardi driver. Ben Jones actually almost had a look for P8 there on the other Jones of this grid. Yeah, Ben Jones up to P9 now. Michael Clark now coming out of the pits, just in front of 6th place David Pano. That might mess with him a little bit. Con Skywalker now, can he make that move on Ronan McAndrew? He does do it. No, they touched. Con Skywalker, lucky to get away without damage there. Wow. And meanwhile, Ben Jones being held up a lot there by the Arrows of Michael Clark, who helped him just one lap earlier. Look who's helping even more though. That Toyota on the outside of McLaren Dreisig might have just done, is that a triple overtake? I don't know, so many cars just packed into that small space. Leo Goria makes some overtakes as well. What happened there? So on board with McLaren Dreisig, so he's running in 12th, just behind Con Skywalker. He just used everyone getting slowed down by that Arrows up the inside. Now he's in P9. Great opportunistic moves there from McLaren Dreisig. As Con Skywalker now 12th after almost getting flipped over at turn 1. He's lucky to still be running, to be honest. Not doing as amazingly today as he was in Austria, but nonetheless it's been a great season for him so far. And you might be looking at a move on that Renault in front of him. Not on this lap, but soon. Cami Soto just can't really be driving any better today. He's pulled out a 6-second gap in 8 laps. Fair play to him, turning his season around like he tried in Indonesia. Now, second attempt on the move on Leo Goria, and he's got it done this time. No contact. Could have been a lot worse last lap. Actually, Ronan McAndrew now. Leo Goria dropping back. Not so consistent anymore. Has his form just run out? He's going to have another try into the hairpin, maybe. He thinks about it. Not going to happen though. And we have Miguel Moreira just in his own little world in P17. Kingsley Camisoto then will round the final corner. And now I believe just 5 laps to go in this race. And that's, oh, Tommy Toth! Oh, that's so horrible for him. That's smoke pouring out the back of his car. Oh, that couldn't have gone any worse for him, really. Now Daniel Duarte is being held up by this train of a moving chicane and a car with a smoking engine. He just can't get through there, like boxing him in. But he will take that podium place. Unfortunate for Tommy Toth, really. Could have been his 3rd podium of the year, but it wasn't to be. He loses that podium to Daniel Duarte. still another great performance from him, and one that will be, you know, could attract a lot of top teams next year. As we see Shane Oliemi going up into... That Jaguar is going back out onto the track now. It's collected by the arrows. And Ben Jones, who loses a wheel. Anyone else hitting any debris there? I think that's all. Okay. So what happened there was Brendan Liu going off onto the gravel, getting a bit of damage, and then that Jaguar rebounding onto the track and just hit into the side of it. Meanwhile, Ben Jones kind of hits that debris and goes spearing off into the wall. Very slow motion crash there, but he'll be okay after that one. McLaren's Racing now enters the points because of that, and Leo Goria is up into 9th. A bit of a mess there, as Ronan McAndrew is once again getting the opportunity to retake 9th place. And the two Jordans also battling it out. 3.5 laps to go then left in this race. And we still have this battle going on for 9th place between Ronan McAndrew and Leo Goria. Con Skywalker, who... Actually, what happened to Con Skywalker? Where... Must have gone somewhere. Unless I'm just being stupid. Here he is. Yeah, look. He was in P9. Oh, and he just had a suspension failure. Is it just me, or do we just see a lot of both cars of one team retiring in the same lap? Like Sauber in Malaysia, and now Jaguar here as well. Yeah, not great for Jaguar, who did so well last time out in Austria. It's a race they won't be forgetting for a long time. Now we see Kingsley Camisoto able to make his way around Michael Clark pretty quickly. But he might have to encounter Brandon Liu on his way out of the pits. We'll see what happens here. Oh, and he does. That's not a good place to run into the arrows. He doesn't lose too much time. Meanwhile, the two Jordans still going for it. They actually do touch here. They keep it from spinning here. That was a close one for the Jordans. As we see Brandon Liu going off into the gravel, Michael Clark keeps it out of danger. And we see Andrew the Jesus getting very strange line through there, goes very deep into turn 3. That loses him some time. Two arrows also trying to race side by side now, which slows down Daniel Duarte. That's going to put him right with his teammate now. Could have a battle on our hands for the final podium spot. Also, McLaren's Racing catching Etienne Jones. We'll have to see what happens in that one. And that also, David Panot has been slowed down by that arrows going into the pits. So he's now in that battle with Etienne Jones and McLaren's Racing as well. I see some battles coming on in the final laps here. Here we go, then they're all trying to negotiate their way past the arrows. Possible overtake here, not going to happen just yet. As we see David Panot going completely off the road. Can he keep it out? He does keep it out the wall. But I think he has damage there, so he's going to have to pit, surely. It's just bottled points. Just like Miguel Malvero last race. yeah, just kind of drives off the road. Unpressured, well, he was under a bit of pressure from Etienne Jones, I guess. He probably just lost it though there. And now Clarence Rosig maybe trying something on Etienne Jones, not quite. You have some battles to keep your eyes on for the final few laps of this race. Daniel Duarte going defensive against his teammate, going into that corner. Etienne Jones and Clarence Rosig, also another one to keep your eyes on. Let's see what happens here. Shane Aldiemi closing in on his teammate into the final chicane now. They do actually go side by side briefly, but Shane Aldiemi keeps himself out of it. Behind them we have McLaren Dreisig, who decides not to go for it. And finally that battle for the final point between Leo Goria and Ronan McAndrew. Ronan McAndrew actually goes for it. That's not going to work out. It does work out for him. He does just go fully clean around the outside of Leo Goria. Great move there. Son Daniel now joining the two BARs in that battle for that final podium spot as well. McLaren Dreisig can't quite make that move though. That's the two Renaults battling it out for P9. No, not quite going to do it there. But look, Shane Aldiemi better watch out for Simon Daniel. These two being big rivals in the old sim. Ronan McAndrew, more points on the board for him though. As we see now, Kingsley Kamisoto coming through the final part of lap 13. It's been a lot of bad luck for him so far this year, but he will take that away. He won't be thinking about that after this race. He wins the European Grand Prix here at the Nürburgring from 6 seconds over Leighton de Choutinier. His second podium in a row, another second place, as he continues to get better luck than he was getting in the early part of the season. Some more points on the board for him. Daniel Duarte will get third place, impressive result for him. Shane Aldiemi just behind the fourth. Sam Daniel will take that fifth place. Clarence Dreisig P6 over Etienne Jones in P7. Was that was an last gasp overtake from McLaren Dreisig on Etienne Jones, much like the one Ronan McAndrew did just a lap before. Into P6, Etienne Jones, our championship leader, not looking himself today. And finally, Ronan McAndrew is our final points finisher, with both Renaults just about missing out. And then both Jordans P11, P12. And, oh, Malvero retired from the race anyway. So, yep, Panat and Malvero just not their days today, as you can see. Nonetheless, a very, very different result. Kingsley Kamisoto finally gets a good result that he's been waiting for. Here's the final standings then. I'm not sure what this means for the championship, but I'll be posting it on the Twitter just after the race ends. Hopefully I won't schedule the tweet the wrong time this time. That would be bad. And I did that last time. We don't want to do that again. That would be terrible. And the fastest lap was set by Kingsley Kamisoto as well, so, and I'm pretty sure he did lead every lap. So that's actually a Grand Slam. Oh no, because he didn't start on pole. Duh. But nonetheless, a great race from him. And a much different Kingsley Kamisoto to what we saw before. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next race for round 7 of the 2003 season.